Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, so these are collective readings. Not going to resonate with everybody, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Alright, so what does my collective need to know today? What does my collective need to know today? I've got High Priestess. High Priestess. Somebody knows. I've got Hierophant. Somebody knows how psychic and intuitive you are. We've got Hierophant, okay? So somebody is going to a masculine energy, okay, and asking for advice. Someone is going to a masculine energy and asking for advice, alright? A King of Swords, this could be corrupt law. Five of Pentacles, yeah. Someone went to like some sort of corrupt law or corrupt organisation because they wanted to play victim, okay? Right, so there's someone who wants to try and play victim. So probably a narcissist, okay? Probably a narcissist, someone who's very cold, alright? A backstabber, a backstabber, wants to play victim. And we've got the two, the lovers there, right? So this could be an ex. So an ex, you could have walked away from this ex, okay? Left them out in the cold, alright? Kicked them out, walked away, left them, and they wanted to go to some sort of corrupt organisation, alright? Someone with some sort of authority and some sort of power to try and play victim, alright? So they wanted to try and play victim mentality to bring more chaos and trauma surrounding some sort of wealth, some sort of generational wealth. So they was playing victim, alright? They was playing victim. We've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. The passionless in their own life about bringing about their own generational wealth, alright? So they wanted to play some sort of victim to take hold of some sort of generational wealth with a corrupt government organisation. So they've been playing victim after bringing chaos and trauma, okay? Just because with the Knight of Cups in reverse, there's no romantic connection there anymore. Four of Wands, someone who you used to live with at some point. So because walked away, there was no romantic connection, no attraction there anymore. They went to a corrupt government organisation and wanted to play victim and wanted help to bring about more chaos and trauma surrounding destiny and this generational wealth. Surrounding destiny and this generational wealth, because they're passionless in their own world about making their own generational wealth. So they wanted to play some sort of victim, wow, and wanted to take some sort of success. Six of Wands and Ten of Pentacles, they're under judgment. They're under judgment. The guilty, the guilty, the guilty, the guilty. And then we've got Temperance. And then we've got corruption, injustice. Oh my lordy. Three of Cups, then the pals, okay? Celebrating, partying, alright? Romanticising and fantasising with each other, alright? Wanted to bring some sort of heartbreaking event, okay? Some sort of news surrounding nightmare, shatter and exhaust, and they want to be seen as strong and powerful. They did some sort of destiny swap, energy transfer with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, masculine, doesn't have to be, but King of Cups in reverse, very narcissistic, very shut off from their emotions and doing a shit ton of black magic. Oh my lord. Chaos magic, crown chakra attacks, and they're playing victim, causing heartbreak, okay, and trying to do an energy transference, a destiny swap, alright, because they wanted some sort of power, alright, They wanted this personal power, so even a power transference, energy swap, destiny swap, okay, power transference, 8 of Cups, because masculine or feminine walked away, and then maybe even two lovers, and they teamed up with the pals, and they're celebrating corruption and injustice, because they was passionless in their own life about creating their own generational wealth, so they all wanted this destiny and destiny swap, energy transference, power transference to themselves, and celebrated and partied a lot of corruption and injustice. They wanted to keep it a secret, okay? Yeah. Wanted to take someone else's business or business ideas, this generational wealth, okay? A lot of underhanded behaviour, and they wanted to keep it a secret that they're barking mad. They wanted to keep a secret that they're barking mad, alright? And they was always just on about somebody else's opportunities, what they wanted to take for themselves. I am getting some sort of like Baphomet, because they're very materialistic, very mundane. But this masculine or feminine, whose generational wealth it is, okay, is their hard-earned generational wealth, and they're barking mad. They are barking mad. They've been doing lunacy spells, moon rituals, and I am actually getting that they have actually been barking at the moon. They've been barking at the moon, alright? It's been an overwhelming amount. They're under judgment, okay? They've been working in graveyards as well, conjuring up, alright? And battling against the divine, like Gabriel, like Raphael, Uriel, okay, Archangel Michael. So they've been conjuring up, okay? And there's been a massive battle for wealth and a destiny, what was never even theirs. And then they wanted a death to that independent business or that financial stability. So they wanted to bring about a death and ending to financial stability, an independent business or businesses, because they wanted to be seen as all powerful. Heavy amount of spell work, okay? Heavy amount of love magic and romanticising and fantasising, 5 of Wands, and competing and trying to study how to get lover back, because they walked away. So competing, battling and competing, and then trying to get the lover back, because they want more of this wealth, this more hard work. The hell? What the hell? Because someone views you as this 10 of Cups, alright? But they breadcrumb. The breadcrumbing. They want you begging. Begging on your knees, alright? Begging on your knees. Begging is what they want, alright? Maybe even begging them to stop with all this dark, heavy spell work and all these attacks, and then barking at the moon and all this underhanded behaviour, and stolen some sort of generational wealth, partying, celebrating, split the money amongst themselves, try to take some sort of success and independent, and maybe even independent business for themselves, okay? And did like a death to business, death to work, a death to financial stability, a lot of death magic. 4 of Swords, and then the Star card in reverse, and the 2 of Cups, because the ex won't lay down with them anymore. So they like to bring drama and start battling and bullying with a load of people because the ex won't lay down with them anymore. So basically, and they're feeling a loss and they're feeling sad, alright? They're feeling a loss, they're feeling sad, they took hold of some sort of generational wealth, they've tried to take hold of a financial stability, independent business, they've been partying, they've been celebrating, a destiny swap, chaos magic, crown chakra attacks, they start playing victim, they're doing a lot of magic, so much underhanded behaviour, any prosperity, what comes, they take that and they're so mad because their own ex won't lay down with them anymore. 10-10, so they've got a lot of people battling and bullying because, so spiritual bullying, because their ex won't lay down with them anymore and they're feeling so sad and they're feeling that loss and that grief, so they're playing victim while they're using crown chakra attacks, okay, taking hold of some sort of generational wealth, trying to do an energy swap, power transference, partying and celebrating, and they're still feeling a loss after they've took absolutely everything. They work and they invest in a lot of romance magic, love magic, because this ex really wants this masculine or feminine back, even though they've took this generational wealth and done all these things, spiritually battering, spiritually bullying, going to some sort of corrupt government organisation, playing victim and trying to help force their ex to get back with them, alright, and take this generational wealth for them and some sort of success so they can get some sort of independence, a lot of corruption and injustice, spiritually battering and bullying. Oh my lord. Because their own ex won't get back, so trying to force them to get back by spiritually battering, spiritually bullying, okay, crown chakra attacks, chaos, drama, okay, shit to the black magic, a lot of corruption and injustice. They're partying and celebrating because they want this powerful destiny for themselves, but then they're still feeling a loss because, well, not wanting to get back. Who's going to want to be with that, darling? So they have hold of generational wealth, which was never even theirs to take. Alright, so it's not their financial stability, it's not their own personal power, it's not their destiny, but a lot of people have been teaming up to take this generational wealth, a destiny swap, an energy transference, a lot of corruption and injustice, shit to the black magic, and they're playing victim while spiritually battering, spiritually bullying, and taking everything off their actual victim. And they love to work with romance magic, so they collaborate. What can I do now? Because they're very mean, very possessive, very controlling, so they're going with other people because they feel like they earn their own ex full life, alright? And if my ex works real hard and makes anything, we're going to keep snatching everything, alright? And spiritually batter them and bully them, and love magic, romance magic, chaos magic, drama, spiritually batter, bully, and come back to me, come back to me, come back to me. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. Constantly throwing love magic, alright? Playing games. So many game playing, yeah? Because the Reds is gone. Two of Swords in reverse, look. Who they are. They're a narcissist, alright? They're a narcissist. Who wanted somebody else's forward movement and hard work and perseverance. And their actual Ten of Cups and their passion, alright? Their passion, but they're sneaky, they're deceptive, trying to take control, full control, because they think they own their own ex. Spiritually batter, spiritually bully, take all their generational wealth, okay? Take everything they've worked hard for. Spiritually batter, spiritually bully, chaos magic, crown chakra attacks, more traumatic events, more black magic, more corruption, more injustice, more celebrating, Six of Cups, in reverse, very childish. Lover. It was actually heartbroken. Because what they invested in, alright, has actually broken their own heart. Because there's a Hanged Man in reverse and the Sun in reverse. They tried to sacrifice their own ex because they didn't want to get back with them. Just because their own ex didn't want to lay down with them, they thought, right, I'm going to sacrifice them. The corrupt government organisation to take their generational wealth, their destiny, their power, their strength, their independent business or businesses, okay, for themselves. They're Ten of Cups, what they was romanticising and fantasising about, but they're still... And we've got Queen of Wands in reverse, a Jezebel, who mentally unstable Jezebel. A mentally unstable Jezebel has been helping them. So a very mentally unstable Jezebel has been helping them. And they've been giving them something. A mentally unstable Jezebel. And then they want to apologise and come back with a love offer. Oh, that's the truth. What? A mentally unstable Jezebel. A very mentally unstable Jezebel. Very mentally unstable Jezebel. No way. And then there was like breadcrumbing, scraps, like begging for to get the ex back. Wow, how could look and have a romantic connection again, but they're a devil in a meat suit. So basically, a narcissist, a psychopath, has teamed up with a Jezebel to sacrifice their own ex because they're mad and angry because their own ex don't want to get back with them anymore. Take hold of their generational wealth, try and maybe even throat check about it. Because they want their own ex back. And then they celebrated trying to do a destiny swap, a power transference, energy transference, death magic, so much, and they took hold of some sort of generational wealth. Oh my god. Because of the devil in a meat suit. Who wanted to make out like they were so stable. Okay. Plain sailing. But they was doing this persistently, constantly studying how to get their own ex back, but they don't want this to come to light how desperate they are and how far they've actually gone to get their own ex back, take full control and possess them, take their wealth, their success on as their own, do a shit ton of black magic, start celebrating and always trying to force their own ex to come back after robbing the life out of them, alright, sacrificing them, okay, and trying to force them to come back with corrupt government organisation because they've been playing victim. And there's not liking the truth. There's not liking the truth that they've been sneaky, deceptive, stalking, spying, maybe even following. You know what I mean? Like, still trying to take control. Six of Cups in reverse, very childish. But that's all they care about, is trying to take full control of one of their exes, this generational wealth, their Ten of Cups, their success, their financial stability, partying, celebrating, thinking it's hilarious. But what they've invested in, it's just heartbreaking, and they feel a loss and a heartbreak, still more underhanded behaviour, and constantly still trying to get the ex back, alright, and still playing the bloody victim. So it's a narcissist, a psychopath, a paranoid schizophrenic, okay, who's teamed up with a bloody Jezebel, teamed up with like Baphomet, teamed up with the devil, and now they're chained to the devil, is what I'm getting. The wild and reverse karmics, who's just romanticising and fantasising people in a hometown, and wants everyone to think they're a beast, how strong and battle and compete and all that. So they've actually recruited people in hometown to start battling and competing against the ex because the ex won't come back. So bully, and recruiting people to bully, because they don't want to get back with their ex, which is just shocking, isn't it? So actually recruited a lot of people in hometown to take hold of this generational wealth, this Ten of Cups, take hold of some sort of success, financial stability, use a lot of black magic, okay, keep playing victim, and everyone in the hometown is battering, bullying, trying to spiritually batter, spiritually bully, trying to compete because they don't want to get back with their own ex. And they've recruited everyone in hometown. They've actually recruited everyone in hometown. They've actually recruited everybody in hometown and then still playing victim. Oh my lord. Well, they're playing victim while they've recruited everybody in hometown to spy, to stalk, okay, to bring chaos, to bring trauma, crown chakra attacks, okay, destiny swap, power transference, and they don't want it to come to light what they've been doing. Like they've all been working through Pentacles and collaborating together because they want to be able to stay out of prison, you see. Eight of Swords in reverse. They want to stay out of prison for what they've done. I mean, taking hold of that Ten of Pentacles, trying to take hold of some sort of success, okay? Trying to take hold of some sort of financial stability, trying to take somebody else's destiny, power, destiny swap, okay? Bringing chaos, 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 and teaming up with the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Jezebel. But they're all slamming. Alright. Oh my lord. I just... honestly, recruited everybody in hometown. All the local government, okay, everybody inside of local hometown has been battling and competing against one person to take their Ten of Pentacles, to take their success, to take their financial stability, their independent business and generational wealth, okay, partying and celebrating, wanting somebody else's destiny and trying to help an ex get them back because they don't want to be with them anymore and everyone's just gone mad as hell to try and force a victim back with their perpetrator and they're all playing victim. Wow. Wow, yeah, so they've got a proper victim mentality. Got a proper victim. The Hierophant in reverse, there was a lot of cloaking. There was a lot of cloaking, claiming to have these gifts for themselves, so a lot of cloaking in this energy, okay, taking all of this wealth, this success, this financial stability, this generational wealth and partying and celebrating and really pissed off that their own ex won't lay down with them anymore, okay. The Star card, they're very unhealed and they're very toxic. Now they're bound and chained to the mundane, alright. They're bound to the devil, they're bound to toxic relationships, they're bound to each other, they're bound to the devil and Jezebel. That's what it is, they're bound to the devil and Jezebel. And if feminine or masculine wants to cut off this romantic connection because they're very mentally unstable, and if they want to walk away from mental instability, I don't see why a full town should team up together and get more and more mentally unstable, more and more mentally unstable, more and more psychotic, more and more psychotic, more and more mentally unstable. So much taking money under the table, mentally unstable, because that's what they're passionate about. They're passionate about being mentally unstable and battling and competing for a destiny what's not even theirs. And now they have a lot of entities attached to the back. Queen of Wands in reverse from this Jezebel. Oh my lord. Now they've got a shit ton of entities attached to the back from this bloody Jezebel. Oh, they're all partying and celebrating. And I think it's funny. So everyone in Hardtown is mentally retarded. I mean, battling and competing for somebody else's destiny, 24/24. Somebody else's generational wealth, somebody else's success and financial stability, and trying to force them to get back with and like some sort of DVX who's recruited full town to continue this DV spiritually, okay, and having everybody in hometown bully and stalk because their own ex don't want to get back with them. So, a very mentally retarded hometown. It sounds like friggin' my hometown. Very mentally retarded. Very mentally retarded. Absolutely mentally retarded. They will lose their law firm for corruption. Pure lunatics, I told her. Cyber stalking, hacking. Tricked everyone into their own demise. Judge went along with lies for bribe and clout. And then child killer about to be caught by undercovers. And then everyone who's got involved in this mentally unstable, mentally retarded, stupid, silly games with this physical stalking, cyber stalking and hacking, alright, teaming up with this Jezebel and this mentally retarded ex to take this Ten of Pentacles, this riches, this success, this financial stability, celebrating, trying to take someone else's destiny, alright, and then it's involved in child killer. Their children will be put up for adoption for what they did. So there's a lot of people in local hometown whose children are going to be put up for adoption for what they've done. Claim rights and ownership over your work, success and full life. Oh my lord. Gaslighting everyone around them, lying all the time in your name. So it is a narcissist, okay, who's thoroughly just tricked everyone into their own demise and started, pure lunacy, sold their soul for clout, money, power and fame, offered you up. So they offered their own ex up, okay, and they're going to end up on Monster Mansion. They're going to end up in Monster Mansion, everybody, and all the kids are going up for adoption because they've all gone along with this pure lunacy to help a mentally unstable ex who likes to play victim, who sold the soul, alright, oh no, it sounds just like my hometown. Honestly, it sounds like what I've been going through. I know everybody's kids are going to be put up for adoption because they're a child killer. Alright, we've got murdering animals and pets. So oh my god. Families joined forces, now they're getting locked up in prison. All under investigation for major crimes. We've got corrupt judge who's been doing rituals, okay, voodoo dolls, hair, BLOOD, and nail rituals. Dirty landlord caught up for crimes they've committed. Corrupt government ordered a hit. Mental magic on their entire bloodline. Backfired for generations. Took money to sit back and watch gossips. Churchgoer using spell work, okay. It's going to be a high profile case. Oh my lord. Starting arguments to make you look bad. Failed divine tests. Didn't believe you were gifted by God and now they know you are and feeling sad. Oh my lord. Please, 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 please. So everyone's kids in hometown are getting put up for adoption. Because they all teamed up with an ex. A hater ex who couldn't get over how they walked away from like some sort of domestic violence relationship, some sort of pure lunacy, alright, being stalked for God knows how many years and recruited the full town to get involved in stalking, okay, taking hold of this generational wealth, this success, this financial stability and trying to force their ex to get back with them and using Jezebel. Because there's a Jezebel involved, so all the kids are going up for adoption. A deal with the devil never lasts, he's reaching for them, the Grim Reaper. They always need new victim to victimise, traumatise, use and abuse and take everything from. They will be on the news for what they did to you, documents found. Cracks in false reports. They wanted to haunt your house. Now theirs has been haunted by a poltergeist. Alright, so they've been doing a lot of graveyard magic, okay? Conjuring up. They got involved in a lot of toxic, illegal activity, alright? And they're linking to child killers. We've got woodlands, meadows, park, nature reserve, forest, wildlife, habitat. So they've just funded pure lunacy, what's just escalated and escalated and escalated and escalated, and everyone got involved in playing this game to help fund pure lunacy, help stalk and hack and do a load of black magic and order the hit, alright, corrupt gov to help because they didn't want to get back with their ex, you see. So they're like, you don't want to get back with your ex, corrupt government's going to pop you then. If you don't want to get back with your ex, we're helping them. Corrupt gov, pop you and play these games, because if you don't want to get back with your ex, if he can't have you or she can't have you, no one can. Type of energy. Corrupt government involved. And people in local hometown. Oh my lord. Just shocking. So we've got scrying and mirror magic. Okay. Poorly people coming towards you, so a lot of lunatics, alright, linking up to the mentally retarded, mentally unstable, who's already mentally retarded and already mentally unstable and already unhealed, alright, refusing to do their own healing work, and thought that robbing a load of money and trying to take some sort of success and recognition and some sort of financial stability was going to heal them. But it's not. Because the pure lunatics, the mental oriental, alright, gaslighting, stalking, spying, maybe a single person's business, look, and they wanted to be a boss of this business, so it's a large scamming group, a parkie who works at a park, alright, they could have took 50,000 to 60,000 to help plebs who work in groups, alright. It was just like, oh yeah, I'll get involved in these sick games, performing satanic rituals, got a stolen car, brother involved, friend involved in blue and white collar crimes, alright, cutting through illusions. It's game over. It's game over. Checks in the purse to each other, splitting money to everybody who is participating. Oh my lord. And performing satanic rituals. Trying to steal like some more work or something, and they're thinking it's funny. But they're all under investigation, and now all the kids are gonna go up in foster care, and they're going to lose their law firm and everything. Then we've got a group of misogynist women haters, law officials, abuse of power, alright, hate women. So recruited a lot of women haters, Karmic's mother playing mind games. So Karmic's mother and the family playing mind games. Trying to start a street fight to set someone up for crimes, okay? So even getting people to pop out in streets and start pushing around and bullying. And if they defend themselves after getting their wealth taken, their generational wealth, their independent business or businesses, and their success, and if they defend themselves, ring, ring, ring to the police, ring, 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 working with very distorted feminine, who could be this Jezebel, alright, could be working with some sort of a builder, okay, but it's 20 to 30 involved. They did an exorcism, all of them. Police are investigating the Karmics. They've been doing voodoo dolls, fern cloning, set of psychopath dolls. 5'4" could be significant. It's a deluded team doing moon magic. Like I said, I'm telling you, they've been barking at the moon. Bark, 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 bark. And Corrupt Law have just teamed up with an ex because their own ex don't want to get back with them. So they've been performing satanic rituals, trying to sacrifice their own ex, cloned the fern. Everyone in this hometown got involved in stalking and been getting paid by some stolen generational wealth to stalk the victim. So basically, they've all been getting paid to stalk the one who they've robbed from, and they think it's funny. And then doing end yourself spells. But Jesus is king. Expects things to fall on their lap. Never have a positive word to say. Alright, never do. Never do. Bullying in groups. Past lover wants you back, I told you, darlings. Probably even getting military and stuff involved. And doing things in witching hour. A salesman, saleswoman is involved, like military man or military woman. Someone who's like 6'6". Could be parky and that, they're meeting up at a park on the night time, a dark warlock party. Alright, jealous snakes. We've got a tattooist or a tattoo artist involved, alright, and they've been meeting on up with parky, alright, local corrupt government, performing these rituals, maybe even doing fire magic, okay, something to do with tents, alright, doing moon magic, and everyone partying and celebrating together, being a set of sick fucks. Stalking for over a decade. They grouped together to take wealth, and now they're in debt with the devil, you see. They're chained, they're very chained to the mundane, because, well, they know it wasn't their money to take. Now they're in debt. So this local hometown as well is now in debt. Every single one of them. For generations and generations and generations to come. Because they all invested in bringing about a heartbreaking event for fun. and got involved in performing satanic rituals. Taking DNA samples to leave a crime scene set up and stealing ideas. And then these Jezebels, who are proper hungry, want you to bow down and obey to them. And we've got arrest warrants, murderer on the loose, serial killer. So this town has turned into a set of serial killers, child enders, alright? And his ex doesn't want to see their own ex with anybody else. We've got MK Ultra, mind control, jealous of confidence, and under this, when I move these other cards, we've got a crazy, obsessed ex. A lot of people took money to pay off debts, an evil auntie, alright? And we've got military man plotting deaths and unblocked me spells. I can't make it up. Oh my God. You left, so they vowed to destroy you. And father tried to kill their own child for fame. And it's linking to incest. So they've recruited all the incest. Oh, the incestuous have been recruited. Alright. A military man plotting, because I did say that, because it just came out. An evil auntie, alright. You left, so they vowed to destroy you. And everyone in the hometown was like, how dare you leave them? How dare you leave this nutty bugger? Alright, we're going to get nutty and join in and be a set of psychopaths, serial killers, child enders, and taking money to pay off debts. Father tried to kill their own child for fame. So then they could have helped the child's father. And then an auntie, dark warlock, okay, helping psychopaths, doing end yourself spells. And here's this military man plotting your death. Oh my God. Wanting to end the one who they stole from to cover it up. Starting a street fight. Poorly people. Kids aged 10 to 15 caught up in the middle of this. People aged 40 to 45, okay, 10 to 15 is like significant, alright. Jar spells, yeah. Wow, jar spells. Oh dear. Jar spells and everything. I can't believe, like, someone can go so mad because their ex don't want to get back with them. So they sacrifice them, snatch everything, recruit everybody in hometown, local military, local law, alright, local government, and all come after one person, bully them, stalk them because they don't want to get back with an ex, so they want to take all this wealth and work with an ex, and now all the kids are going up for adoption and they're going to have to get moved up and down the country, okay? While everyone involved goes in Monster Mansion prison. So this could be happening in the UK, alright? So moving up and down, teaming up and helping a stalker. So all going down, law officials abuse of power, alright? It's just bringing these cranks to the knees, alright? So one person up against a full, like, law firms in hometown and full, like, police, lawyers, judges, solicitors, full maybe even churches, and everyone in hometown's being recruited to help a mentally unstable ex who's a psychopath narcissist, and then they've been bumping people off, alright, and they want to end the one who they took this wealth from, and they're going to end up in Monster Mansion because they're a set of child murderers. And lying on the one they've stolen from, they're a serial cheater. They've got a crooked bailman, so if anything like happens and they get caught, crooked bailman will be like, I'll let you out. I'll let you out. Got a crazy obsession, acts like big man, some of them, but they've got little teeny tiny popcorn chicken. You know what I mean? Balls. Little tiny. What acts like big man. Alright. So if they're chained to the mundane and they want their ex back, like they're miserable, chained to the mundane, know that like what they've done is going to drag them and everybody to probably even chains around their ankles, okay? So everyone's probably going to get chains around their ankles, chains around their wrists, walking in Monster Mansion. Oh my lord. Chains around their ankles. Karmic father playing mind game. Label you as them. So everything and Dark Warlock, everything, alright? Because they want this honey, alright? They want this nectar for themselves. So they've been doing some sort of jar spell to try and harvest energy. Because they want this love for themselves. Black magic backfired. 100,000 to 200,000 put on weight spells. They want this heart. Okay. SEX magic. They want to build off the back of somebody else. Okay. Could have got some sort of vehicles from this. They're all soulless. They've got raids going down. Oh my god. Forcing power of attorney. Alright. We've got intelligence agency. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Slag you off and copy you. Bankruptcy. So basically, we're going to get locked up. They're going to have to pay everything back. They're going to have to pay compensation on top of that. And they're all going to be cuffs and chains, alright? And they'll all be walking in like Monster Mansion and stuff like that with an ex and everyone in fucking hometown, man. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. There's a full hometown getting chained and cuffed and put in prison. Dirty landlord, all their kids are going up for adoption. It's going to hit the news. Even the corrupt government who ordered a hit because they don't want to get back with their ex. It's going to be a high profile case. They're going to lose their law firm. They're going to lose everything. Alright, it's absolute pure lunatics getting involved. Even a parky getting involved. Alright, ending animals and pets. A child killer about to be caught by these undercovers. So premeditating child murders. Alright, forcing power of attorney and what toxic, very toxic hometown. Helping Jezebel. They've been helping Jezebel. Stolen will money. And they got to file for bankruptcy. And Jesus is all over them. Jesus is all over them, dolls. They've been going ape shit. Alright, they've been going ape shit. Let me tell you that. They have been going ape shit. And then they start playing dumb. Like they've never done anything before. Never done anything of the sort. And judges going down. Corrupt law. Corrupt government, okay? Maybe even corrupt church. But practically everybody in the hometown who's been getting involved in stalking with stolen money, alright, doing black magic, helping Jezebel, and doing these satanic rituals, are all going to be in cuffs, hands, and like feet, I'm getting, and they're going to get walked down, you know, like these monster mansions, or what's called like different Monster Mansion 1, Monster Mansion 2, and everyone in the prison's going to know what they've done. Everyone in the prison is going to know what they've done. Everyone in prison, but because they're in debt with the devil, and when they're in Monster Mansion, the very devils and demons and that, they're going to be turning on them. They're going to be turning on them. Because they're all going to get locked up, man. No way. Driving round looking for a new victim. Oh my lord. But again, they will be on the news for what they did to you. Documents found. Arrested at work. Public humiliation. There's going to be a massive lawsuit. So law firms are going down. Corrupt law sentence to life in prison without parole. Because it's ending in child ending. Ending animals, okay? Stalking paid for with stolen money, alright? Satanic rituals, alright? Trying to sacrifice and help an ex because they don't want to get back with them. Oh my god, again, if I can't have you, no one can. They're being watched while they're watching you, so they've been getting watched. It could actually hit international judges and international courts. Actually could. International judges and court of justice, and they was giving some sort of favours for immunity, and they're linking to an insurance scam. Always needs multiple sex partners and uses all of them. Alright, been doing bald spells, hair loss spells. They have BLOD on their hands. They've been cornered and they've been exposed. And they're not just serial killers, they're serial cheaters as well. Serial killers, serial cheaters, alright. Forgive me spells. Setups to get a criminal record, scapegoat. So then they all teamed up to try and set the one up who they've stolen from for crimes they've not committed, with hair samples, maybe clothes samples like that. Hair and BLOD. Rituals, okay. Voodoo dolls, alright. 300,000 to 40,000, placing cameras inside home, alright, forging signature, alright, placing cameras inside a home, karmic father wants to control you and be your handler, and doing back-to-back satanic rituals, sex magic, love magic, workforcing power of attorney, fire magic. Oh look, so much sex magic. So much sex magic. Even doing sex magic on children. Oh my lord. And some sort of website, a toxic website. A toxic website. Linking to a toxic website. So they're doing this to a lot of kids in hometown too. So it's a massive oh, Jesus Christ, Monster Mansion. All that to help an ex. All of that to help an ex. So it could be a letter, okay, which is going to be sad news for this ex, because they're going to get sentenced and charged with a full town. They're going to lose their homes. They're going to lose any riches, what they've stolen. They're going to be crying because they was expecting to get away with it. They was really hoping to get away with it, cloaking themselves, alright? They was really hoping to get away with it. They was really hoping to get away with it all. No way, man. How can a full town look at taking this money? How can a full town be recruited to try and force an ex back with a domestic violence partner, a mentally unstable partner, and start doing like mental magic, crown chakra attacks, maybe even poverty spells, okay, dream magic, moon magic, fire magic, sex magic, alright, partying and celebrating, death magic hits out, alright, all stalking and performing satanic rituals. Because they was getting paid, and we've got a little child in reverse, and we've got short illness. Because what they've done is ill. What they've done is ill. And they want to avoid prison. So we've got work, occupation, a good gentleman in reverse. Something to do with they're on edge and maybe feeling like ending themselves, okay? We've got a corrupt like investigator or corrupt detective or someone who's working in a prison who's been doing mirror magic. Military person in reverse. Prison in reverse, like a journey. They want some sort of happiness. They was expecting to become happy and don't want to go to court by totally diverting. Because they didn't want to see a change come into this masculine or feminine world. They want to take this wealth and they don't want to go to prison because they was meeting up with corrupt law behind the scenes and a corrupt court person behind the scenes. Everybody in hometown. And judge just wanted to have people coming to them and bowing down to them, and I'll help you get in with this pure lunacy. No way. Lunacy. Lunacy, pure lunacy. All for the love of money and wealth, what was never even theirs, and some sort of success, what they wanted for themselves, and they've all got in some sort of lunacy, but they're miserable on the inside, and they know they're sick. We've got a little child in McPherson courthouse. They know they're sick. They know they're sick, darling. They just wanted some Christmas presents and stuff. And we got theft, look. So they got involved in this robbery because they all wanted to go shopping, Christmas shopping. Wow. Wow. Wow, look at all them eyeballs. Because they all wanted to go like Christmas shopping and stuff like that and have a shopping spree. Oh my God, pure lunacy. They're sick, they're sick, they're sick, they're sick. All going on Monster Mansion, and everyone's going to know what they've done on this Monster Mansion, in this Monster Mansion, yeah? Because their journey's about to come to an end, darling. The journey's about to come to an end for this judge, the corrupt law firm, the lot, okay? Because they've been stalking for over a decade, alright? They could turn up to work one day and they get arrested at work. Control issues, can't even control themselves. Oh my Lord. They can't even control the bloody selves. They was already mentally unstable and psychopathic anyways, and then they all wanted to get involved in some sort of magic and stuff. When they was already unhealed and already mentally unstable, partying and celebrating, trying to take someone else's destiny and laughing about it. And they're laughing about them going on Monster Mansion. They're laughing about it. They're laughing about it. Because they're possessed by the devil. By the beast. They're possessed by the beast. They are possessed by the beast. Oh my Lord, they're all possessed by the bloody beast. So they're all going to end up Monster Mansion. I mean, trying to end your own child or children, that is disgusting. And other people getting involved in that is just disgusting. A full town getting involved in turning into serial killers, with corrupt law, corrupt judges, because they're possessed by the beast. And there's corrupt judges going down too, because they're possessed by the beast. They're possessed by the beast too. Corrupt judge or judges, alright? And they're mentally retarded. But they want to say the one who knows what's going on, what they've done, alright? Look, invest in time and energy and all that, and maybe even energy harvesting to a sword in reverse, yeah, to feed back to Queen of Wands in reverse, Jezebel. So energy harvesting to feed Jezebel, and they don't want it to come into light, darling. Five of Swords in reverse, now they don't want to be an enemy no more, because they've been feeding Jezebel. They've been feeding the beast, is what I'm getting. They've been feeding the beast. And trying to set someone up for crimes, and all getting in on this organised stalking and being a serial killer, and they're all in a judgment. They're all going to get found guilty for the level of corruption and injustice. They're going to have to pay every penny back, okay? Everyone who collaborated is going to have to pay every single penny back, and compensation, alright, for all the years and years, like at least a decade of stalking and trauma, alright, what they wanted to keep secret because there was barking mad and studying how to take this wealth for themselves and this success for themselves and bring an ending to the one who they stole from. An earth angel. So they are all teamed up with a beast to come against an earth angel, and they don't want it to come to light. Like they've been battling and competing with a beast against an earth angel. Six of Cups in reverse because they're very childish. Wow. Just wow. Just wow. So they're going to get sentenced and charged. Even judges and corrupt law firms are going down. And now these illusions have been broken. Ten of Swords in reverse. They could be thinking about ending themselves now, because they've all been romanticising and fantasising with this family about having this coinage for themselves. What the hell? What the actual hell, man? So much evidence. I wanted to take somebody else's legacy for themselves and turned into a set of bloody serial killers and child enders. So full corrupt law, look, child enders a lot. And there's going to be an ending to this. Okay? There's going to be an ending. Because ancestors are furious. Yeah, we've got 9 of Cups in reverse. Maybe ancestors is paying them a bloody visit in their dreams. Alright? So now they're just going to get mentally tortured for trying to mentally torture somebody, perform rituals, alright? They're going to go in Monster Mansion, the kids are going up for adoption, and they're just going to get mentally tortured every day for the rest of their life. And obviously in prison, and all that bullying and the stalking they've been doing, alright, and probing, and probing, and probing, they're going to get that in Monster Mansion, is what I'm getting. All that probing and bullying, they're going to get that in Monster Mansion, alright? For all the sneaking around, all the stalking, maybe even following in cars, because there was passionless in their own life, them and the pals. Oh my lord, they had nothing better to do, is what I'm... They had nothing better to do than to start stalking with Jezebel. They had nothing better to do than... This is making me feel sick. Nothing better to do than start stalking with Jezebel. So even Jezebel's been helping with the stalking and the bullying and the lying and the spying and doing all this magic, taking money, laughing about it and laughing about that they're all going Monster Mansion, the kids are going to be put up for adoption. Nowhere. Just because somebody walked away from their ex, that is just because of the injustice. Because they're barking bloody mad, darling, and they're all going to get found guilty. All going to get found guilty, and then they want to apologise. I say, I'm real sorry, I love you, I care about you. That's the truth. 5 of Swords reverses, and I'm real sorry, I love you, I care about you, I love 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 you. Nowhere. Nowhere. Come back to me, spells. Take me back. I love you. 9 of Wands just playing games. But again, what they've done is absolutely heartbreaking. They're absolutely delusional. A delusional hometown. Who's lost any divine protection. Who've lost any divine protection. Along with this corrupt judge and law firm who's losing it all. 5 of Pentacles. And they want to start playing victim now. They want to start playing victim. Victim, 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 victim. Just disgusting. Absolutely. Criminally insane. That's what I'm getting. Criminally insane. For trying to knock an archangel out of balance. Because they have no compassion, they have no empathy, and they have no remorse for what they do, alright? And again, because their ex won't lay down with them anymore because they're unhealed, they started working together with this bloody ex-lover, a corrupt government organisation. I cannot even believe it. And they're all going to get found guilty, and they're going to play victim. A victim, a victim, a victim after victimising constantly victimise. This person, this one person. Everybody. Oh my lord. Monster Mansion. Balls, chains. Alright. I was begging for this success because there was heartbroken. Begging for this success. I'm begging for this success because they're meant to be unstable. I'm begging for this success. I was begging for it. Begging. Alright, doing some sick shit. Begging for the success to be theirs. No way, I'm turning to a friggin' serial killer and all that, a child killer, begging for somebody else's success, and now they're just going to end up Monster Mansion. I can't believe it. We've got, you'll be soon contacted surrounding a case by undercovers. We've got a cycle is complete. They lost the battle against the divine. They're destined for hell. Multiple exes and ex-friends involved. Jealous snakes. All about somebody else's riches. Good law officials can see they're possessed by legions of demons and the devil. They're possessed by the bloody beast. They will lose their homes, jobs, cars for what they've done. Detective is on the case, bringing justice surrounding this abuse of power, and someone's business is under investigation because it's probably bought for with stolen money. United against one person. I can't even believe even law firms is going down, corrupt judges, the lot. Who wanted to wave the wand around and have this money put into their accounts instead. Two of swords reversed, we've seen it, Della. And energy harvesting and then attacking because they didn't like that they was more powerful, alright, and they wanted to play victim. Oh my lord, oh my lord. They feel empty inside, soulless, sold you out, lost soul. Oh my lord. I must tapping out of this. I just can't believe how far a full town will turn against one person to help a psychotic, psychopathic ex, and now they've all turned into serial killers, child murderers, and corrupt, very, very corrupted. Very corrupted hometown where everyone's like, let me join in for the love of stolen money, let me join in, I want this success for myself, let me join in. Just very mentally retarded. So now they're just going to be in debt for all eternity is what I'm getting. For all eternity, they're going to be in debt all eternity with the devil. Getting mentally tortured by the devil for helping an ex mentally torture and traumatise their victim even more because they don't want to get back with them, which is disgusting. So sending peace, love and light.